Welcome to this in-depth look at the Dingos of Fraser Island. These native Australian dogs have been in the news a lot lately, and it hasn't been for their commendable qualities. Dingo attacks on Fraser Island appear to be at an all-time high. These are wild dogs, and when you enter Fraser Island, you're encroaching on their territory. In this video, we're going to look at why the sudden spout of attacks on humans. Is it hunger? Is it over territory? Or is it a combination of other factors? I'm going to lay out the facts and you can make your own decision. But keep in mind, these are wild animals, and if they feel threatened, they're not afraid to fight. The current dingo population habitats about 95% of the island, excluding some of the camping areas and small townships that have high electrified fences to keep the wild dogs at bay. The island is said to have a carrying capacity of around 200 individual dogs comprised of 25 to 30 packs, most of which are concentrated on the eastern beach. Historically, Fraser Island's lands and resources were fully utilised by European settlers, and with them they brought domestic animals: cattle, sheep, goats, and of course horses. So for most likely more than 100 years, dingoes preyed on domestic animals, either escaped or abandoned, or pretty much anything they could get their teeth around. The recent Queensland governments have done their best to have all non-native animals removed off the island, which in turn removed one of the dingo's food sources. Currently, Fraser Island's dingo's diet consists of over 30% marine animals that have washed up on the beaches. They are opportunistic scavengers. It's recommended that you always lock up your food and keep your bait stored safely, because they will steal it. They're not afraid to come into camps, get into or on top of cars to get what they need to survive. And with around 400,000 people visiting the island every year, they're not afraid of people. Other than scavenging, dingoes will attack and consume wallabies, echidnas, possums, and even turtles. Pretty much anything they can wrap those teeth around. Although attacks on humans are considered rare, there has been close to one a week over the last few months. Experts believe the main reason why is it is now coming into breeding season, and it's not so much that they see humans as a food source but a threat to theirs. They think you're taking their resources and will defend them. The other main reason they attack humans is instinct. One of the main people who get attacked are people who run. Predators make the association from things that run away from them as being prey. And if it's prey, they want to catch it. Most victims of dingo attacks are children or women, who are more likely to flee than fight. That's not to say men aren't safe and still attack full-grown men if the need arises. The last fatality from dingoes was in 2001. A 9-year-old girl sadly lost her life to a pack of these wild dogs. Dingoes are most active at dawn and dusk, but can be seen throughout the full day and night cycle. So if you're outside of the fences, fishing or exploring, keep your wits about you. Dingo breeding season on Fraser Island is through the autumn months. That means through winter, the females will have pups and be extra vicious towards anyone they perceive as threatening their pups. From the time I've spent on Fraser Island, it seems to me that dingoes act just like a lot of other pack canines, with each pack containing one alpha male with breeding rights, a harem of females, and a few younger males. But if one of these younger males decides to take what he thinks he's owed, the pack won't be afraid to put him in his place. The alpha male of Eli Creek can be distinguished by the radio tracker he wears on his collar. Dingoes only have to wear these trackers after they've attacked humans. This footage is of the pack alpha male and females. The female standing over the younger female who was being harassed by that younger male. The alpha male must defend his right to breed and to be the pack leader. This time accomplished without violence. I've spent the last week on Fraser Island fishing and exploring and witnessing the beauty of the dingoes, and they've shown no aggression towards myself, the family or the people I've stayed with. We haven't seen any aggressive behaviour from the dingoes other than the fact that they're hungry and they want your food, your bait or any fish you catch. They'll be right there behind you trying to get an easy meal. There's countless reports of people have an incident with these wild dogs, and I'm sure under the right circumstances your life could be threatened by these animals. Following the guidelines and not feeding the dogs and having as little close-up interactions with them as possible will lead to you having a safe trip and enjoying your time on the world famous Fraser Island. See the full adventure over on the YouTube channel. Also stay up to date with everything that's going on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok.